So I've left for a few days, got married, and WWE decided to end Seth Rollins. They gave the crown jewel title to pregnant Maria. Dolph Ziggler is making a parody of Randy Orton, and they ended a good show with the worst rivalry. Okay, that's pretty usual. That's actually pretty usual for the WWE. I feel better. I kinda feel better. It's back to normal. Roman here, Roman there, feels normal. Welcome everybody to another very late episode of Greatness of Raw. I was not at home. I had a lot of things to do before the wedding, during the wedding, after the wedding. So basically, it's back to normal. And hopefully this video will get 10,000 views because most people probably don't care about Monday Nitro at this point. But thankfully, WWE gave us a very good show. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it. I mean, wow! I cannot wait to clickbait this video and say the Attitude Era is back. I didn't upload in like 6 or 7 days. I gotta do something. The Attitude Era is back. I also find it funny how Vince McMahon criticized AEW for this, and then they decided to give us this. I love Vince, my man, the wrestling papa. And this episode of Monday Nitro actually started in a very interesting way. We got a video package of the 24/7 Championship, the most prestigious title in WWE's history. I mean, Braun Strowman is the first champion. The prestige is already there. And then we got a ring surrounded by a bunch of lumberjacks, aka people that WWE don't really want to use, so let's put them in the 24/7 Championship segments. And for the first time, we actually got an actual match. Like at the beginning of Monday Nitro, we got a normal match for the 24/7 Championship. By the way, it was actually a mixed tag team match. R-Truth and Carmella versus Mr. and Mrs. Maverick. After some involvement from the Lumberjacks, R-Truth wins this one with a slam early on after a very short match. So he's still your 24/7 champion. Immediately after the match, all of the Lumberjacks storm the ring and attack R-Truth. We got this big pile of people, I guess, and the referee starts counting who is the 24/7 champion now. Turns out it's Mike Kanellis, and he exits the ring. Mike Kanellis logs himself in an office. Maria comes over and acts like her water is breaking, so the other wrestlers will leave and let her in. Maria yells at Mike and says that if he doesn't open the door, she's gonna kick him in his van. Of course, Mike opens the door. That was great. That was absolutely amazing. I know this championship is a joke, it doesn't mean anything, but it's very entertaining. And I've seen people saying that WWE should keep these kind of things on YouTube, but I strongly disagree. Imagine Raw at this point and SmackDown without a 24/7 championship. Boring. That's what it would be like. Boring. So I liked it, and this whole Mike and Maria Kanellis thing is absolutely amazing. So now we have R-Truth, Drake Maverick, Mike and Maria Kanellis. If we could have Santino Marella in that mix as well, just perfect. We got a bunch of comedy gimmicks, and like I've said, this championship segments, this whole thing is absolutely unbelievable. We got a gauntlet match. Rey Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Ricochet, and Andrade. At first we got Cesaro versus Rey Mysterio, in which Rey Mysterio won after a very entertaining match. Rey Mysterio won a match with 619 and a frog splash. Sami Zayn is out next, and he loses the match immediately after Rey Mysterio rolls him up. Andrade is next from SmackDown Live, like it matters at all. It does not, unfortunately, matter. And we were all thankful we got another Rey Mysterio versus Andrade match, something that made SmackDown Live very special in 2018. But Andrade eliminated Rey Mysterio after a hammerlock DDT, and then he ripped Rey Mysterio's mask off. Total disrespect by Andrade. Ricochet is out next, and after a very entertaining dream match, yes people, one of my dream matches in the WWE is actually Andrade versus Ricochet. Two of my favorite people on the roster, amazing wrestlers. I don't know if we ever got to see that on the main roster before, but that was special. Really enjoyed it, and like, expected, very predictable, Ricochet won the match. So he is now facing AJ Styles at SummerSlam for the United States Championship. Good stuff. I cannot wait to see the match. I'm pretty sure AJ Styles and Ricochet are going to do something different right now, and I really hope that this time we are going to get a stipulation, because we've seen a normal match, and then we've seen a normal match again, and we've seen it again. Maybe it's time for an Extreme Rules match, ladder match, whatever the case may be. I know we have pay-per-views like TLC, but maybe for events like SummerSlam and WrestleMania, we can have any match we want. A Hell in a Cell match, whatever. That's why I really hate gimmicked pay-per-views. Hell in a Cell matches are now being expected instead of being thrown into a SummerSlam or something like that. But Ricochet won the match, and that's a pretty decent decision. I'm pretty sure he's gonna win the championship back at some point, maybe even SummerSlam. We see Mike and Maria Kanellis talking about his 24/7 championship title win. Maria tells Mike to get down on his back like he usually does. Then she calls over a referee, and she wins the championship. Maria Kanellis is now the 24/7 champion. She exits the room and says that she's the first ever pregnant 24/7 champion. And she tells everyone that she's a pregnant 24/7 champion, so do something about it. She's a pregnant 24/7 champion, and that's actually a pretty good strategy. I have the best neighbors in the world. Yeah, let's wake up the whole neighborhood. Thank you. He even does that kind of crap at like 11 p.m. I'm not even kidding. I was shocked. He turns on his freaking tractor at 11 p.m. I'm not even kidding. Alexa Bliss and Nicki Cross come out to host a Moment of Bliss, and she showed us this footage of basically whatever it was, Becky versus Natalya in an empty arena. She even attacked Fit Finlay, and that was weird. That was one of the worst things I've ever seen. That was, yeah, please no more of that. I don't know, like this whole Natalya versus Becky Lynch rivalry is bad. Just, I don't know, I don't even want to talk about it, just bad. We got the Usos versus the OCs versus the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championships. A very entertaining match, fast-paced, pretty expected from these people, but surprisingly, the OCs, the club, the original, the only club that matters, whatever the case may be, won the match with their finisher, and now we have the new Raw Tag Team Champions, so this is what I really like. Factions kinda do matter in the WWE again. First of all, the New Day are champions, WWE champions, SmackDown Live Tag Team champions, and the club, the OCs, why the change, why the name change, anyway, they are all champions as well. I really like that. When it comes to Revival, they're probably begging for their contract to be terminated. I don't know, like every time they lose, they just want to leave. I don't know what's happening with these two. But anyway, then we got the US champion AJ Styles backstage, and they were celebrating. You're supposed to open the champagne, AJ. You're supposed to open the champagne. We got the Viking Raiders versus Jobbers. Again, every week. Who cares? Toilet break. Yeah, I'm thankful for that pee that I got during this match. I'm very thankful. The Street Profits are hyping up Monday Night Raw backstage again like it's the greatest show. And then Seth Rollins interrupts, and when one of them were about to say burn it down, Seth Rollins didn't like that, and they all did it. Cringe. That's it. Just absolute... wow. We got Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss. During the match, Becky Lynch hits a T-bone suplex, and then Alexa starts selling an ankle injury. Because Alexa Bliss cannot compete, Becky Lynch wins the match. And then we got Nicki Cross versus Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch won again. But oh no, they were not actually injured. Wow, they attacked Becky. Oh no, poor Becky. After the match, Natalya comes out and puts Becky into a sharpshooter. We were supposed to get Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler, in which Dolph Ziggler came out with Shawn Michaels music, and he acted like Shawn Michaels. He finally admits it. He's a Shawn Michaels wannabe. In all seriousness, he did that to disrespect Shawn Michaels, but then we got the match. It was pretty entertaining, something that made Monday Night Raw special in 2018, back when we had Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. It was pretty entertaining, but then Brock Lesnar's music hits. He comes out, Dolph Ziggler does not let Seth Rollins to get away, so Brock Lesnar pretty much destroys Seth Rollins. I don't remember the last time I've seen something this brutal. Maybe back when Randy Orton did the ear thing with Jeff Hardy. That was absolutely brutal. I'm talking about this. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen that. If you haven't watched Raw, you've probably seen it on Twitter or YouTube, whatever the case may be. Wow. It's weird because Vince McMahon criticized AEW for that, and then he did it himself. It was tough to watch and definitely not PG, which is something I really like. Of course, we all did. But how is the guy not injured? Maybe he is, I don't know. How is he going to compete at SummerSlam? The thing is, it's probably going to be Roman Reigns at this point. Right? I have a question. Who hurt Brock Lesnar's cows? Who hurt Brock Lesnar's animals? Who invaded Brock Lesnar's farm? Yeah, why is he so mad? Why is Brock Lesnar so angry? Someone probably touched Brock Lesnar's cows. So, it's your fault. Moving on, we were about to get Samoan Summit or something like that. Who gives a crap? I sometimes I forget that this is even a rivalry. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. The rivalry is this: Samoa Joe loses every single week to everyone. That's it. So it was cancelled. We got a brawl between Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe. Drew McIntyre comes out. Haha, Roman Reigns is a Superman. Good luck. Then we got Anderson and Gallows. We got the Usos. We got a big brawl. And then we got this amazing spot by Cedric Alexander. That was special. And then the Usos hit a double super kick on Joe. And Roman Reigns hits a spear on him as well, and they all celebrate as Raw goes off air. So we got a few cool spots at the end, but ending that good of a show with Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe is kind of a shame, let's be honest. Who cares? I really want to talk about SmackDown as well because I don't know what's happening. I seriously don't understand what's happening. But yeah, a very good show. The 24/7 championship segments were amazing. AJ Styles, has an opponent right now. That was good. Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar segment, brawl, whatever it was probably the highlight of 2019 in the WWE so far. I'm not even kidding. So, a good episode of Raw, but hopefully WWE can keep up with that. I've heard rumors that WWE are possibly ending the wild card rule. That would fix everything in my opinion at this point. So, I'll talk about that on Greatness of Wrestling in a couple of days. But right now, I'm just happy that there's a possibility of the rule being broken. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought about the show in the comments below. Sorry for being late. As always, your boy The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs.